Hi, so today I thought we would work on our sun salutations. So for those of you new to yoga, this is a sequence of moves traditionally practiced first thing in the morning. That time of the morning when you can feel the difference sort of just after dawn, when the energy levels are tangible. Okay, I've stripped it down to the bare basics in the hope that you can learn these moves and then you can practice them. We can make them easier, we can make them more difficult, but today I'm just going to do a very, very bare sun salutation sequence for you. So let's get started. Get comfortable. Okay, so start to come into the room and take your breaths. Now I'm kneeling at the moment, which is a position that I find comfortable, but you could either sit cross-legged or if you prefer to sit on some cushions. Just find a place that's comfortable for you. Relax your shoulders. Now I'd like you to focus on breathing right down into your belly. And if you've done my videos before, you'll know I always begin with 3 breaths. So take your first breath deep into your belly and release. Take your second breath deep into your belly, expanding into your chest and release. Take your third breath deep into the belly, expand it into your lower lungs and bring it into your upper chest. Slowly release. Then let your breaths come back to normal. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. Just release your elbows. Nice relaxed prayer pose. Open your eyes. Bring your eye gaze back into the room. Inhale and reach up. Squeeze your abdominals and exhale, relax the arms down. And again, inhale, reach up. Squeeze your abdominals, exhale as you relax the arms down. One more time. Inhale. Squeeze your abdominals, stretch, exhale, relax your arms down. Okay, I'm just going to lean forward, tuck my toes underneath and push myself up to standing, nice and slowly. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see what I'm doing. So if you're using a mat, you would stand at the top of your mat. Okay, now just get a comfortable position. All right, just relax your knees, stand tall. Your feet have a slight gap, but mainly comfortable underneath your hips. Okay, now take your mind to the bottom of your feet and really open them out, stretch them along the mat, lift up your toes, place your toes back down. Just imagine you're sending roots through the floor so that your stance is completely solid. Okay, now come up past your knees, just release any tension in these muscles over the top of your kneecaps. Then lift up, bring your mind to your hips. We all have a natural curve in our back. You're going to gently take that out. Okay, now lift your ribs up out of your pelvic area here. Okay, let's roll our shoulders up and then straight down. Okay, so you'll feel a tiny squeeze in your shoulder blades. Bring your abdominals in to support your torso. Relax your arms by your sides, shoulders down. Just lengthen the back of your neck by just tipping your chin slightly and keep your eye gaze straight ahead of you so you're standing as tall as you possibly can. Okay, we're going to bend the knees just very slightly. Keep the tension in the abdominals, hands to prayer. Inhale and reach up. Squeeze your abdominals, then bend your knees, open out your arms and lean forwards towards the floor. Bring your fingertips down to the floor. Just relax your head, take a deep breath. Slide your hands up your shin, stop just below the knee and then lengthen through your torso. Now use your hands to support the weight of your body. Lengthen the back of your neck, tuck in your chin. Try to open out your chest and you've got a gentle squeeze between your shoulder blades. It does feel a little strange. Okay. This is a half forward bend, sometimes called a flat back extension. Okay, take a deep breath. Bend your knees, bring your fingertips to the floor. Exhale. Inhale. Reach back with one leg. Okay, now get your balance. Bring your fingertips each side of your front foot and then lower down that back knee. Now what we're looking for here is a straight line from your knee down to your ankle. Okay, take out the toe at the back and push that foot down to the floor so you're extending that toe into a point. Okay, squeeze your abdominal muscles. Just gently squeeze your glutes. Lift your eye gaze ahead. And if you're comfortable, you can just push your hips further forward. Now, my hip is quite flexible. You might not get your knee back that far. You might be closer to here. Okay, so just work within your own body's limits. Okay, take a deep breath. Tuck under the toe. Lift your back knee. Place your hands down on the floor with your fingers as wide as they'll go. Okay, now you're going to step back with this left foot to meet the other foot. Now you're going to bring yourself into a plank. Okay, now if this feels too much for you, lower your knees straight down to the floor. Take out your toes. Okay, now you're squeezing your abdominals as tight as you can here. Now just watch where your elbows are. Keep your elbows nice and relaxed and you're going to lower down to the floor. Okay, once you get to the floor you can relax. Now stretch your legs out, stretch those toes out on the mat, okay, or on your carpet. Bring your toes together, bring your heels together. Now squeeze your glute muscles, push your shoulders away from your ears, lengthen the back of your neck and lift yourself up. Now you're going to push some weight into your hands, lift yourself up, squeeze the glutes. You don't need to come up very high, here is high enough. Okay, well done. Release. Relax for a moment. Tuck your toes under. Keep your elbows quite close to your body. Check in with your shoulders. Just be careful they haven't come up to your ears. Push them back down. Okay, get ready. Squeeze your abdominals before you go anywhere. Okay, we're going to lift, push back, and then you're going to lift your hips up towards the ceiling as high as they'll go. Take a deep breath. And then lower your heels and lower your shoulders. Okay, you're in downward dog. Okay, come back up onto your toes, back down onto your knees. Walk your hands back, roll yourself up. Take out the toes and then we're going to bring this leg forwards. Okay, lean in, bring your fingertips down. Tuck your toe under, push back into your forward bend, knees bent. Okay, little squeeze in your abdominals. Okay, now before you go anywhere, just relax. Squeeze your glute muscles, lower your hips and start to come up, but use these muscles in your legs to lift yourself up so that you're not using your back muscles. Roll your shoulders and lift your head. Okay, I'm going to come to the other side. Okay, so we'll start again. Relax your knees, stand tall. Open out your feet, lift up your toes, place them back down. Squeeze your abdominals. Lift your chest, tip your hips forwards. Relax your shoulders, hands to heart center. Little bend in the knee, inhale, reach up. Squeeze those abdominals, bend your knees, open out your arms, lean forwards, come down towards the mat. Okay, release your head. Inhale. Slide your hands up your shins. Stop just below the knee. Come into your flat back. Okay. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Tuck in the chin. Support your body weight. Okay. Take a deep breath. Bend your knees. Fingertips down to the floor. Exhale. Inhale again. Take your leg back behind you. Opposite leg to the first time. Bring your fingertips to each side of the front foot. Lower down the back knee. Take away the toe. Check for this line. Knee to ankle. Fingertips in. Make sure you have your balance. Squeeze in the abs. Little squeeze in the glutes. Lift your head. Bring your eye gaze level. Take a deep breath. Exhale. If you want to push a little into your hips, go ahead. Inhale. Tuck your toe under. Lift your knee. Place your hands down. Okay, take your right foot back to meet your left. Fingers wide on the mat. Okay, now squeeze your abdominals as hard as you can. Keep a little bend in your elbows so that you're not locking out the joint. Okay, bring your knees down if you need to. Take away your toes. Okay, squeeze those abdominals and then pointing your elbows towards your ribs, you're going to come down to the floor. Alright, relax when you get here. Stretch your toes out along the mat. Bring your toes together, bring your heels together. Squeeze your abdominals. Push your shoulders away from your ears. Lift the back of your neck or extend the back of your neck and lift your head to cobra. Now as you come up, squeeze those glutes even more in your cobra. Okay, check in with your shoulders. Alright, lower back down to the mat. Tuck your toes under. Ready? We're going to go to downward dog. Keep your elbows quite tight. Squeeze your abdominals. Push your shoulders away from your ears. Push yourself back. Hips towards heels, then lift. Take your hips as high as they'll go and then lower your heels and lower your shoulders into your downward dog. Make sure that your hands are supported properly by the front pads of the palms of your hands and your fingers. Try to keep the weight away from your wrists. You can lower your shoulders and your feet are about 2 to 3 inches apart. Okay, we're going to lift up onto the toes and bring the knees back down. We're going to walk back and roll up and then bring the right leg forward, lean in, fingertips down to the floor. Take a breath. Tuck the toe under, lift the knee and then push off the back foot. Bring your feet together. My knees are still bent here. My fingertips are supporting the weight of my body. Now activate your abdominals. Push your hips a little bit lower. Squeeze the glute muscles and lift up so that you're using these big leg muscles to lift yourself up. Roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders down. Well done. Okay, so give that a shot on your own. See if you can remember it.